Trubisky and the offense struggling, and fresh off a preseason quarterback battle with Kenny Pickett, Mike Tomlin isn't worrying yet about his quarterback situation.
I'm going to exercise appropriate patience and continue to teach and ask the guys to continue to learn in an effort to continue to push this train down the track and get better. I think that if anyone is sitting here on Monday in week 2 of this thing feeling happy, they're probably wrong or misinformed.
Okay, I love listening to him talk. I could listen to Mike Tomlin talk all the time. But when you hear a coach through 2 weeks of the season speaking of an experienced veteran quarterback saying we need to exercise appropriate patience, what does that mean, Jeff?
Yeah, caution, right? Like if we're gonna be patient, why aren't we patient with a rookie? Because if you have the vet in there, you have him in there for a reason. That you can make challenging throws at appropriate times during a football game. And right now, if you have him in handcuffs, not allowed to go do what he needs to go do, you're hurting your football team. So I understand why they went with Trubisky. I thought that was the best play, but not if you're telling me we can't challenge the Patriots down the field because they're really good at stopping big plays. I mean, there's a lot of good, but you still got to go attack them to open up that offense. I didn't love that. Again, if we're gonna be patient, let's be patient with a rookie.
I mean, I agree with you. However, I don't know if the patience is all because of Mitch or if the patience is because of the offensive line. Right. So Mr. Trubisky can't be patient in the pocket. So like if we're looking at that, if we're looking for Mitchell to attack down the field, we got to get some big dudes up front that can protect them. And we also got to run the ball.
Well, that is the question, RG3. As you watch the Steelers, there will not be a worse win in the entire NFL season than the one the Steelers offense got week 1. When Joe Burrow gave them the ball on seemingly every other play, and they needed 70 minutes to kick a long field goal to find a way to actually win that game. And then this past week, they do nothing against New England. Is the problem with the quarterback or is the problem with the protection?
I think the problem is with the protection. I think Mike Tomlin has earned our trust. He has basically given Mitch time. And he's saying, listen, you got a couple more weeks, man. If you don't really get it together, I'm going to go put Kenny Pickett in there. Because here's the reality. Kenny Pickett outplayed Mitch Trubisky in the preseason. It's just that Mitch didn't Mitch it up enough to allow him to get replaced. So I just feel like, what can Mitch Trubisky do that Kenny Pickett can't? Kenny Pickett has shown he's athletic. He's shown that he can throw with timing and rhythm. And guess what he doesn't have? He doesn't have bad memories. That's the difference between him and Mitch. And I think if you put Kenny Pickett in there, it will be a spark for the entire team. But I trust Mike Tomlin, and I understand that he is seeing things that we're not. And he's trying to protect his rookie quarterback. He's going to allow Mitchell Trubisky to run this thing out for a few more games. And if it doesn't improve, Pickett will be in.
Danny, what do you think? What are people around there saying?
Yeah, look, someday Jeff Saturday's going to start listening to the rest of us about how important the offensive line is. I don't know why he doesn't get it. But look, they don't trust the protection. I mean, there's no question about it. You can see that. And Mike Tomlin he's talking about patience. I think he's talking about the entire operation, the entire offense. The hope is the line gets better as the season goes along, and they think it will. They can't run the ball right now. No. Najee Harris getting tackled in the backfield before he even gets to the line. So that has to get better. So, yeah, you trust Mike Tomlin. Obviously, he's been through, well, not necessarily this, but he's been through stuff before, and he knows how to coach his team through it. So he's saying if we want to sit here and call for a quarterback change on Monday after week 2, we're misinformed. He has more information than we do. About
throwing it to him. Good catch, Kumi.
Then let's find someone whose name you know. How about Stephon Diggs?
Oh, he's that bad man on the receiving corps. That was a really good play by Josh Allen, recognizing the breakdown and coverage immediately and throwing across his body.
17-7 now, third quarter. Jeff, how about this throw?
Look at this. Dialed up. Ying. I mean, my word. First of all, the DB almost on his butt. Watch him right here. No. I mean, look, hey, just start jogging, bro. Don't try to just start jogging. If you don't have smoke, just pull off on the sideline.
Bills up 24-7, then Ryan Tannehill, and we got ourselves a tip drill down.
Oh, yeah, we got a tip drill. Those are the types that we guarantee going to catch. I know you like to laugh at DBs. We don't got no hands. We caught that one, though.
Jordan Poyer with the interception. 4 plays later, RG3, it's Allen again, it's Diggs again.
Yeah, easy play action, and it doesn't matter if the DB's inside leverage. Stephon Diggs is always open. Go ahead and break it down. Do your dance right here. Just
Can't let him
Touchdown. Man, that's beautiful.
It looked like it was covered, right? And then it's just can't stop at 34-7. And then it's Tannehill. Here's Matt Milano saying, you know what? Our defense hasn't scored as many points as the opposition tonight, so I'm going to do that. He takes it in for the score. So Buffalo's defense scores 7. Tennessee scores 7. The Bills' offense scores the other 34. And that's the difference in the game. Josh Allen just continues to be ridiculous. All right, so including the playoffs. Yesterday was his 4th consecutive game with 4 total touchdowns. These are the only players, the ones on your screen, who've ever done that before. It's Peyton, it's Breeze, it's Marino. I know it's early in his career, but it does not seem unreasonable to say he is on a trajectory, RG3, where he could wind up being talked about with some of those all-time great quarterbacks.
Oh, undoubtedly. And you look at the Bills, like they just beat they went on the road and beat the reigning Super Bowl champ.
Right. Yep.
Then they beat the #1 seed in the AFC last year.
Yep.
And they made both of them look like JV teams.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay? So I just look at it this way. The best thing that ever happened to Josh Allen was them trading for Stephon Diggs.
There you go.
His impact on Josh Allen is unsurmountable. I mean, listen, in year 1 together, he helped raise Josh Allen's completion percentage 10.4% from 58% to 69.2%. Josh Allen threw for 17 more touchdowns and 1,455 more yards. This impact of a true #1 wide receiver who knows how to get open, who knows and understands coverages, has had an unbelievable impact on Josh Allen. And you see the impact that it's had because Josh Allen is now playing like Superman.
Look at the numbers that Diggs put up last night. 12 catches, a buck 48, and 3 touchdowns. You know what, it occurs to me, Graziano, you were here with me on that Friday morning right after their first game. And I said to you, the one question we had about Buffalo coming in, and maybe about Allen, was with the departure of the offensive guru and Josh Daboll is now coaching the Giants, and awfully well, it seems. You know, would he take a step backwards? And he seems to have answered that question, too.
He has. But think about Buffalo. You talk about organizational success. Brian Daboll leaves to coach the Giants. He's been the offensive coordinator the first 4 years of Josh Allen's career. But Ken Dorsey had been the quarterback's coach for 3 of those years.
Yeah.
And they elevate him to offensive coordinator. He learned under Daboll. He's got talent. He knows he and Allen have a fantastic relationship. And so there's trust there. So it's not just developing the quarterback, which they've done obviously brilliantly. They develop coaches, like the entire organization. People are going to continue to get hired from this staff. I swear one of these times Leslie Frazier is going to get a real look. I'm telling you, it'll happen. But
cross your fingers.
Because people want a part of what's going on there, and they're doing it the right way.
So here's the problem with the Bills. They're so good, I can't think of questions to ask. I don't know how to try and figure out where the conversation goes. Maybe it's this. Jeff Saturday, you have that palatial estate. Your wife is here visiting today, so she's not going to like it if you bet the house and lose it. I'll tell you that right now. The Bills or the field in the AFC?
All in on the Bills. All in. Listen, I picked them preseason. This team, not only is their offense, and we talk about Josh Allen and Stephon and Diggs, like all of it is deserved. Their defense and the addition of Von Miller coming over on the defense, he closes drives and he closes games. And I'm telling you, from an offensive perspective, when you have that type of player that you know when the game is on the line, he can impact it. It shakes up the entire offense. I respect the way they do, and Coach McDermott, Sean McDermott, done a great job. Not only are they tough physically, they are a mentally tough football team, and they understand. They gave one away last year. They're still upset about that, and now they're making their way this season.
You said he closes games. When you have an offense that's as high-powered as the Bills have, it's important to have a guy like this because the team's going to be trailing. They're going to be dropping back to pass. Von Miller's going to be coming off the edge. And it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to stop what Stephon Diggs is doing. He's doing genuine dances in the end zone, and I guarantee you that game started at 7 and it was over by 9 o'clock. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, dude.
Paige and you.
Yeah, I'll pretend I do too. Here's the question. So I was looking at next week's matchups. The Bills, short week, right? They play Monday night. Now they go on the road to play the Dolphins, who are red hot and probably feeling awfully good after that big performance. And it's going to be, 100 degrees with 1,000% humidity and all that kind of stuff. Do the Bills go down there and make quick work of them? That's an interesting question to me.
I think they do. And what Dominique just said is really, really important, right? Because the Ravens couldn't close the game. The Ravens did have a big lead on the Dolphins, right? The Browns had a lead on the Jets. The Raiders had a lead. We're living in a time when the offenses are so explosive and can score so quickly that the ability to stave off